Morant has definitely been a popular name in the NBA the last few years. This explosive young guard has been seen on a number of highlights already in his young NBA career.
You look at Ja. The kid is super special. Memphis got a great one. So sky's the limit for the kid.
However, this past season, we've seen him take a dramatic step forward in his development. The Memphis Grizzlies are on a roll. They've got a great record, and Morant is the one leading them every step of the way. In this video, we're going to talk about how talented Morant really is and just what makes him so good at what he does. I think the best place to start is probably his fearlessness. If you want to be great in any professional sport, you can't go around fearing your opponents and playing scared. Morant simply doesn't care who his opponents are. He just goes out and aims to dominate them every step of the way. This past month, Morant was asked about his fearlessness and responded by saying, "I don't fear nobody, dog. I don't care if you 7'7" or whatever. I'm coming straight at you." It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that Morant's gonna charge right at you no matter who you are. And before we head into the next reason why Morant's so talented, we gotta show you this statement from the legendary Vince Carter, a man who was pretty explosive himself to say the least. When asked about Morant this season, Carter said, "Not only does he put his athleticism on display night in and night out and strikes fear in defenders when he's coming down the paint, but he oozes confidence. He's fearless and he rises to the occasion, and he's all for the moment. The best teams, the best players, the biggest names, he's like, bring it on. I'm supposed to be right here with you. Put that man on the big stage."
Quick tap, tap, up, and he's gone. Like, some bigs can't do that. He makes it look so easy.
Now, I think it goes without saying, but when you can get an NBA icon like Carter to give you such high praise like that, then you know you're something special in this league.
It's just his straight quickness, outrunning guys in transition, and that's when he's scariest because he can do whatever.
And that fearless mentality is kind of rubbing off on everybody around him. Not too long ago, we saw Desmond Bane trash-talking LeBron James, sparking a small scuffle between the two of them. In the clip, you can see Ja trying to get in between them, but also just smiling and appreciating the toughness that his teammate shows. That toughness is just one area of Morant's stellar leadership. A lot of times we don't acknowledge a younger player to be a leader of a franchise so quickly, but Morant is just one of the special ones. One huge example of his leadership as a player happened earlier this season after a game against the Philadelphia 76ers. Morant tied the game up with a ridiculously difficult layup with 8 seconds left in regulation.
T. Stiebel guards Morant. He drives the lane, hangs, puts it up and in, and a foul!
He was fouled in the process but missed the free throw afterwards. The game then went into overtime where the 76ers eventually pulled out the win. Memphis did have an opportunity to tie the game up as the clock wound down, but Zaire Williams missed a wide-open look from downtown to seal their fate. During the post-game interviews, Morant refused to allow the media and fans to disrespect anybody else on his team following the loss. One of the first things he said was, "There's nothing to hang our heads about or for people to be mad about because he missed a shot. If there's anybody you want to be mad at, it can be me." Now that's the type of leadership and inspiration you want out of your leader, no matter how old he happens to be. Moving on now to his scary athleticism. We have seen him attempt a number of big-time posterized dunks throughout his first years in the league. Unfortunately, a lot of them just end up being listed as almost plays, but he has come down with a couple of monster jams. Now, to really explain his unreal athleticism, we've got to look at a play that doesn't even come on the offensive end. This play happened to be on defense with the Grizzlies taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's take a look at the clip.
Avery Bradley with the deflection against Bang! Oh my God! What an incredible block!
The unreal play by Morant.
I mean, unreal is right. This guy, just look where he is. When he catches it at the top.
Can you believe that? Ja literally floated through the air to block Avery Bradley's layup attempt on a fast break. Not only did he block it though, he grabbed the ball in the air with both hands near the middle of the backboard. If that doesn't explain just how athletic and explosive of a player he is, I don't really know what will. Next on the list is his ball handling. Morant's handles are a big part of his game. It's something I feel often goes underappreciated when describing Morant. Since he came into the league, he's gotten double-teamed and trapped quite a bit, and in almost all those situations, he's able to flash some crazy dribble move and escape before exploding to the rim. This dude's basically got every elusive dribble move in the book. When you're able to elude defensive pressure on almost every possession, your handles have got to be pretty talented. In fact, he can literally cross over anybody at any given time with his dribble moves coupled with his quickness. I actually heard that Morant only crosses over people who aren't subscribed to our channel though. So what are you guys doing? Subscribe right now before Morant comes around and decides to cross you over. The last thing you need is to be featured on one of his lengthy highlight reels. Alright, another reason that Morant is so scary good is because his dad pushed him to become better each and every day. He and his father have a very special relationship, a tight bond that can never be broken. A few months ago, Morant recalled a story between him and his dad. He said, "I think when I won Rookie of the Year, his message after was, 'Good job, you still suck.' There isn't too much I can do to make him say something positive." He then continued by talking about how his dad won't play him one-on-one in basketball anymore because Ja was able to beat his dad the last time they squared off a long time ago. His father was also a special kind of basketball player himself. He had a lot of different tricks up his sleeve, but was unfortunately never really able to pursue a career in basketball. And part of the reason was because his wife actually became pregnant with Ja. It's clear that the two of them help push each other to be better all the time while also maintaining a pretty beautiful relationship. Just look back at the day that Ja was drafted into the NBA. Both of them got really emotional while Ja talked about how much effort his father made to help him improve his game and to keep him going when times got tough. If you want to know a key reason for Ja's success, his father's help is pretty critical. Finally, we've got to cover his shooting. When he first came into the league, everybody knew that he wasn't really an efficient three-point shooter. He wasn't a complete liability out there, but he was a below-average jump shooter from deep. In fact, in that first year, he shot a decent 33.5% from three, and his second season saw him regress down to 30.3%. But then, most recently, he's been improving those numbers up to 34.2. His steady improvement from behind the arc makes him all the more scarier when he's got the ball in his hands. It's incredibly difficult to thrust him away from the three-point line when he's shooting 49% from the field in total. His efficiency when he starts attacking the rim is just insane.
Morant with a running start, elevate, and dunks! Oh my goodness!
The dude's got stellar body control, and he can kind of contort around almost any defender. Couple that with that fearlessness we talked about earlier, and Ja Morant is just a menace when driving into the lane.
Morant, 5 seconds, guarded by Butler. Ja scoop and scores with one.
All these things are just different factors that help make Morant so incredibly talented. He's currently having his best season as a pro right now, and he's gonna lead the Grizzlies to a high seed in the Western Conference. If he can keep this going throughout the rest of the season, we might just see the Grizzlies get past the first round of the playoffs. He's already been named an All-Star for the first time as well due to his averages of 26.4 points per game, 5.9 rebounds, and 6.9 assists. I think it's safe to say that we have yet to see the best from Morant, which is really scary when you start to think about it. I know personally, I'm pretty darn excited to see how Morant can finish up this already stellar season. If you enjoyed this video, guys, then make sure to click the one that appears on your left, as we think you'll want to watch that one next. Although YouTube thinks the one on the right is the better option, so who are you going to trust more?